Hey everyone, Alpha Omegas is here, and today on the 4th episode of the Stardew Valley modding stream, I'm going to tackle something. I've kind of been looking through a couple different things that I want to get through. I mean, I've considered maybe NPCs because I've done a lot with them so far, but I still have a little bit to go before I can finish off them. Last time I did cooking recipes, so I thought about maybe this time dealing with crafting recipes, so we don't have to deal with the kitchen anymore, which would be nice. And then yeah, I kind of took a glance at the monsters, just kind of see how those would pan out. But I think I might save monsters for another day. So it's really boiling down to one of these three. So it's been about a week since I tackled anything, so I might, excuse me, I might be a little bit rusty, but regardless, I'm going to see what I can do. So I think crafting recipes looks like it's going to be the thing I want to tackle today. So let's open up .pig real fast. Get rid of that. Stardew Valley is loaded. Crafting recipes. I totally just did not spell that right. Not even 5 minutes in, and I'm already spelling stuff wrong off the get-go. Thankfully, I have some time this week where I can tackle things little by little. Hopefully things work out well, and I'll have enough time to get through enough of what I want to. So from what I can tell right off the bat from what I've learned about crafting recipes is you got the name of the item or the name of the recipe itself. Then we're going to have the ingredients. So this will be ingredient associated with object ID 388, and you're going to need 2 of that. So it looks like, because this is wood, 388 is associated with wood. I've covered that like a trillion times now. So you're going to need 2 wood to craft a wooden fence. It can only be placed in what seems to be the field, which is, I'm going to guess, your farm or like the mines, I'm going to guess. 322 is going to be the object output ID of the actual wooden fence itself. I can't seem to figure out what false is or what this false true is. I don't know. And then this seems to be how you get it. So 1 seems to be the 0 seems to be a default value. And then 1, 2, oh, no, this isn't a 1, this is an L. So L0 seems to be a default. So we start with a wooden fence, we start with a gate, and we start with a torch as our part of our crafting recipes. So this might be spoilers, just in case you haven't looked at everything that we can craft yet. So you can craft a wooden floor, straw floor, weather floor, crystal floor. That doesn't make sense because we wouldn't start with this, but it looks like there's different ways in which we can get stuff. But if you notice here, it'd be like fishing 7. So that means once we get that certain skill level is when we learn this recipe. So, alright, so that's live, good. So let's tackle this. So it seems pretty straightforward in terms of this information. I don't know what the false does, but that'll be half the fun. Because I know at farming level 2, you get the stone fence. So, alright, so let's begin. So I'm going to want to copy that over from crafting recipes to the XMB node. I'm going to want to close out the other one. Now, this shouldn't be too bad from the get-go, so let's already change this to, we're going to now need 1 piece of wood in order to craft a wooden fence instead of the original 2 pieces of wood. So I'm going to save. The output will still be 322. I'm still trying to figure out what this, because it says home and field, so does that mean we have to be on the farm in order to craft it, or is that where the object can be placed? Field snack, home. Jack-o'-lantern, home. Wild bait, home, 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 home. Because it seems like it's either home or field. So I'm gonna guess this is the location you can place it. But we'll check that in a moment. So first, let's see if we can change this wooden fence right here. So I'm gonna just open up my XMB node. Right here, XMB node, command hack, crafting recipes.xmb. Good. So now I'm going to just copy paste into content, data, and overwrite the old crafting recipes. Let's load up Stardew Valley, just using SM API for the moment, just because that way I can pull objects from the void into my inventory via some cool cheats. Ooh, that's kind of loud. Alright, so let's load up a character real fast. So I want to load... I have a couple different characters I use for testing. I'll load up my original character. So... go into my crafting, gates, wooden fence, there we go. It just needs 1 wood in order to craft it. So as you can see, I have 28 wood right here. Just turn that down a little more, 28 wood right here. Take 1 wood fence, now it's 27, perfect. Now what if I want to change that a little bit so that it gives me something else? So now we can go back into here. Let's say instead of a wooden fence, I want it to give me, say I want to give me a hardwood fence, just for example purposes. This would be super cheating, but oh well. Oh, hello there. Welcome to the stream. I am just trying to figure out how crafting recipes work right now, because last time I tackled cooking recipes, and yeah, that's kind of where I am right now. Not too bad. Going pretty well so far, actually. Alright, so where were we? Yeah, so now we're going to use 1 wood in order to give us a hardwood fence as an example. So, gonna save that, gonna repack that, copy, overwrite. Now let's see if we can get a different output from our wooden fence recipe. Alright, I'll load up my first character, or character in slot 1, Madi. So now go to my crafting recipes. Oh look, we still need 1 wood in order to do that. Oh, you're gonna tell me the whole spiel about cat, aren't you? Why are you doing this? Who are you, Marine? Why are you doing this? I thought I had a cat. Yeah, meow. Meow. Star. Meow, triple star. Welcome to the team. Alright, let's chop down a tree real fast, because apparently Madi does not have wood, or just attack that little stump log. So let's see, so now I need 1 wood in order to craft this. I pick it up, craft it, and it gives me a hardwood fence. Boom, simple, already there. Yeah, seriously, Murray, and I'm just like, man, come on. I'm doing a stream thing here. Why you have to bug me? So as we can see, this will change the ingredients necessary. This will change the output. Now to figure out what these 2 values mean. Alright, so we got field and we got false. So what happens if I change this to house? Save. Overwrite. Copy. Marine. Oh, Marnie. Oh, I love how I just can't read sometimes. It's a lovely thing. Leave it to me. So let's load that. I'm gonna not load that character because I don't want to have to go through the entire cat spiel again. Let's craft hardwood fence. Oh hey, look, I can place that indoors. Nice. So now you can decorate your house nice and nifty with that hardwood fence. But I guess I should have tested if I could have even put it inside to begin with. Huh. Well. So let's just go back and save that field. Fun facts, always test things how they originally work first before changing the value. Therefore, you can actually notice the changes. Thankfully, it's just a simple fix. Just a flick of the wrist and a click of the mouse. And we're back to where we were. While I'm here, I'm going to delete these old characters from the last modding stream because they're just crowding up the space now. Craft hardwood fence. Put that in my inventory. Apparently, I can still put that in my house regardless of being false or not. How odd. You can place grass in a JoJo Mart? What? Okay. I mean, I guess that's fine. Huh, so it didn't look like that actually changed anything. Field. What would that change? Because I mean, we got Scarecrow here, and obviously you can put your Scarecrow in the field. You can put your bee house in the field. You can put your bee house in your farm field. You can put a keg in the farm field. So, what if it's more related to mines, actually? Because you can place torches in the mine. Hard defenses, field. So, Scarecrow can only be placed in the home. Guess I'm going to grab my Scarecrow. So I don't have to change anything because I already have a Scarecrow built for personal use. Alright, I guess we're gonna take a quick little trip to the mines. Load my character up. I mean, so far so good. I mean, it looks really straightforward. Everything makes sense. So let's see. Can I put my Scarecrow buddy inside? Yeah, I can. Obviously, he can be put here. Pick him up. So home might be referring to the entirety of the farm, actually, because can I place him? Oh, I can interact with him. So I can actually place this little guy around town. That's interesting. Why? I don't know. Hello, little guardian. Huh. You could technically decorate the entire town with scarecrows if you wanted to. I don't know why you would want to, but you could. Pick up some berries for no good reason. Maybe I'll have to port my movement speed mod over to Storm sometime. Just that way I can get better running speeds. Because I know my movement speed mod broke with the more recent SM API versions, and I've just not bothered to fix it again. Sorry, okay, yeah. Just got really excited about something, but don't worry about it, guys. I'm a-okay. Okay, so I can place a scarecrow inside the mine there, and I can place them inside here. I can craft them here. What is this?
It was in it. It fell out. I don't know where it came out of.
Oh, it's really weird. Go test some of the other things.
Yeah.
Sorry, everyone. I found out just like right before the stream, my Wii broke, and so I couldn't figure out what was wrong, but I heard something jiggling inside. So my sister just gave me a well-sized shard of plastic that probably was inside the actual compartment where the disc reading goes on. So I have no clue where this came from, why it's there. It's kind of freaking me out. I'm just glad I didn't scratch any of my discs. Anyway. Let's see. Ooh, yeah, I might be able to place my TV outside. The difference between SMAPI and Storm is SMAPI kind of, how do I put this, directly accesses things through kind of the game itself. It's very limited, and it's very much more plug and play, where you can kind of directly touch upon the stuff. I'm not explaining this well. How do I explain this better? Storm uses a concept in computer science called a wrapper, which allows you to do all sorts of things, work around the actual code itself. So if we can't normally access something, so say we can't normally add new crops into the game via coding, Storm writes functionality that allows it to be passed through, so the game recognizes more content being added in, whilst with SMAPI it just kind of directly accesses things already set inside the game. So SMAPI will, you know what? I'm going to have to do a modding stream covering this. I'm going to have to look into this more, personally. I've only worked with both a little bit. Supposedly, the big thing about Storm is that it's going to be very flexible. You can do all sorts of things with the modding into it in the community. There's actually a team working on Storm right now, where I think SMAPI only has one person working on it. Storm's supposed to be Storm's supposed to allow you to add in a lot more user-generated content via programming, and a lot more flexibility on how you can basically edit and control any little variable about any sort of thing within the game. SMAPI is very much more hard-coded towards the actual game structure itself. So you could be like, so anything that's only available to access via the game can only be accessed. It's not very good at adding in new content so far from what I've seen. You know what? I'll look into this personally myself. I only know a little bit about both, supposedly from what everyone's kind of said and told me, or what I've read on the internet. I know the original author of SMAPI is moved over to Storm, is now working on that, so you can see a lot of the functionality. Supposedly it's supposed to be better. I've seen some good mods for it. I've written 2 mods for Storm. No, 3 mods for Storm so far. I've written 2 for SMAPI. SMAPI was very straightforward, where Storm I had to do a little more digging, but Storm definitely allowed me to do things that would normally take me like 20-30 lines of code into about a good chunk of about 5. So it was definitely more straightforward, where SMAPI you kind of have to work around things, but it's a little more logical. Yeah. Yeah, basically, sorry, I did not explain that well at all. My plan is that once I cover all the XNB modding, to dig more into the actual APIs more themselves and do a comparison between the two. Because I mean, it'd be kind of unfair if I only tackled one. Like I know in the past I've kind of been an advocate for Storm, and I see a lot of the benefits of it, but I also see where people who maybe aren't as program savvy or like code savvy, probably SM API would be a good place to start, kind of understanding how programming works, kind of seeing how things kind of be tweaked and everything, where Storm would be more for people that understand how programming works and how you can code in new things to the game. But yeah, that's a way better explanation in the chat. Okay, perfect. I know sometimes I ramble a little bit and I don't even know what I'm saying. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my television and try placing it somewhere. No. Pick up the television set. So I can't place this anywhere, just willy-nilly. So let's try to look for television itself. But you see, the TV isn't a crafting recipe. TV. Yeah, see, television. See, the television's not a craftable object, so I wouldn't even be able to find it there. Gate wooden paths. Because the gate can be placed in the home. Fences can be placed in the field. The scarecrow can be placed in the home, but I could place that anywhere. That really doesn't make sense. Home. Staircase can be placed in the field. Field. Basic retaining soil. Field. Home. Wild seeds. Excuse me. Field. Field snack in the home. I still don't know what this false stuff is. I feel like it might be interactions. This is 83. So, because it looks like this might be if I can interact with the objects. Because it looks like I can interact with chests, scarecrows, bee houses, kegs, furnaces, cheese press. Yeah, I think this might be the interaction if you can do something with it, and this is how you learn it. The question is, what does the home mean? Yeah, so I think furniture can only be placed inside the house. Because it's not like how I can craft it, like the location and everything, because I placed it in the mine, I placed it in the town. Gravel path, chest, because this is the interaction probably. So let's look at campfire. Where is it? Campfire, gather around the campfire and sing that campfire song. Yeah, see, that's true. So let's just grab some items real fast. Ooh. Seeds and crops, fish and baits, forage foods, resources and crafting. Let's grab some gates. Let's grab some... This must just be the items themselves. Hardwood fences. I don't see any scarecrows. 1 second. Sorry, I just needed to sneeze there. Grab a jack-o'-lantern. Tools and weapons. It's not here. Seeds and crops. All. Trying to see if we can find. I wish there was kind of like a search thing where it would just kind of match the name and all that, but oh well. Books. Stuff, sprinklers, gears, star drops. Starfruit. Warping things. Resources and crafting. I would have thought a scarecrow would be in here, but I guess not. Maybe he didn't add in furniture yet. That might be. Or things you can place. That might be it. Well, in that case, what is this? 146. Player, add item 146. I want to add 5 of those. What? What? Object information. Where is that? I think I might have goofed up something. Data, object information. $146 red mullet. That's odd. Mail, locations, hats, furnitures, fruit trees. Because if because 298 is hardwood fence. Fire opal, fire quartz, fire opal, fire quartz. So campfires aren't stored in object information. So then where are they stored? Hats, furniture. It's not stored in furniture. Crafting recipes, cooking big craftables information. Scarecrows here and big craftables. There's campfire 146. So you know, I might have been mistaken. It's not furniture, it's not object information. Crafting recipes. Scarecrow, true, and it's 8. So I think this flag is whether or not it's an object or a big craftable. Oh, so this project, like the XMB modding guide, this will take roughly, I don't know. I'm really wanting to get this done as soon as possible. It'd be nice, it'd be fun. It's a matter of time. I don't know how long it's going to take me to finish this project. The sooner the better, definitely. I've just been really busy with life. Last week was kind of tough. Had a lot of work to get done, but definitely want to continue on with this. I want to do it a little more. So anyway, so this is false. And that refers to higher numbers on the list. Then true. What's 130? A chest. There we go. So it's not the interaction. It's not interaction. It's actually whether or not this is going to be a big craftable item or not. And that's how you learn it. What that means is, I don't know. Scarecrow 50. Don't know what that means. Thing, crafting, object information. I'm not covering that right now though, so I think I have what I need. Yeah, so I have what I need here. I think I'm just going to need to tackle what this does. Home and field. Because you can place anything everywhere. And you can craft anything everywhere. Charcoal kiln. So, explosive ammo, transmutated stuff, wild seeds, field. This really does not make any sense because I can place fences or gates. I mean, you can place this all up in your house. Like so. I mean, you don't have to have anything. I don't even know if the gates are working right now. So it's not a matter of that. I can also pick up the furnace. That can be placed in the home. Scarecrow can be placed in the home. Wood fence can be placed in the field. So the only thing left to check is if the field has any sort of effect. So I can place stuff here. I can place stuff here. I wonder what would happen if I tried trapping some of the NPCs. You know what? I'm going to do that real fast. I want to see if I can do this. No! No, Abigail, come back. Shoot. Oh, what? That's right. She does not care. She was not having any of that. Well, that was a good attempt. That made me chuckle a little bit. Looks like NPCs will just mow right through them. Huh. What a bummer. Alright, well, it was a fun little gimmick right there. That's right, Demetrius. Get past that. Okay, anyway. That was too big of a tangent. That was definitely not the purpose of this. Let's try to figure this out a little more. Oh, he just mowed right through that. He was not happy. My goal of trapping all the villagers is now a lie. Because, I mean, you can place them here. And I can even craft them here. I mean, fertilizers can only be used on the field. It's not like I can just place them anywhere. Well, I honestly can't see where this would have a great effect, whether it's field or not. So until someone brings up the issue, I'm going to say it's good. Oh. Yeah, I wish the NPCs did destroy it. It'd be pretty funny. Just hurting them all together, but oh well. Alright, so let's do some documentation on this because it looks pretty straightforward. Yeah, so this will be editing items. So let's get out of here. Let's go back here. Man, this guide's starting to get pretty big. See, so it's going to be .xiv crafting recipes. Now to page down all the way. Cool. Let's begin. Cooking recipes. That was fun. I really, even though it took me forever and a year to do the cooking recipes, I still really enjoyed it. So let's do what I normally do. Is just copy the beginning part so I don't have to retype and reformat. Ooh. Oh, it was just my mouse bugging out. Now, is it? Yeah, so it is that. Example of what you see would be this. For consistency, format is as follows. Name of crafting colon space ingredient object ID number let's do some parentheses around that. Ingredient object ID number space number of object needed slash, put some parentheses around that too. The formatting of this, I don't know, not bad. Field slash home. Couldn't see any noticeable difference. Dash object ID of output. Yeah. All right. So object ID of output is object in, what's that called? Varies if next value is true slash false. Is object in, what was it called? Big craftables information. Ew. Big craftables. How to learn. I know the last part because of how I covered in the last couple of episodes. This is already intuitive for me. I just don't want to spend 5 hours trying to get my farming to like level 2 just to show you guys how to learn recipe. So let's change up some values. changing. Now we're just going to use the same example that I did earlier. Changing this to now what was it? Control Y. Copy pasta. All right, perfect. This will change the recipe of wooden fences to only require 1 wood to craft, and this will end up giving you 1 hardwood fence as the output for crafting. Let's test this out. Now the great thing is I already have it conveniently loaded. So this should only take about 2 screenshots worth of information. 1 for the numeric, 1 for the actual item of outputting. So we'll load up my character. Crafting wood fence. Alt print screen, or is it function print screen on my computer? Nope, Alt print screen. So, as you can see, it only requires 1 wood. And then the next picture will be, oh! Stardew Valley, content data, correct. Thank you. Greedy, ingredients, thanks. Sorry, my spelling can sometimes be a little rusty. Thanks for catching that, because, ooh. Yeah, definitely don't want this to be too sloppy. Crafting recipes. Alright, so now that those little minor things are out of the way, thank you very much, by the way. I needed that. This is why I kind of do a stream thing also, so that way you guys can catch any grammatical errors right off the bat and tell me, so it doesn't look awful for like a week. Wooden fence, ingredients. You see, it only requires 1 wood. And then now I just need a picture of the outputs. Boom. Boom. Hardwood fence. Alt print screen. Control V. This is the part of the show where I now break some stuff trying to add in new recipes into the game. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I tried to make this guide as easy as possible to understand. I understand that sometimes you get really big wording like this of just garbage next to them, all clumped together. But I try to make this pretty straightforward, clean things up a little bit. I try to keep the grammar simple enough because I understand that sometimes I've tried modding other games before and sometimes I can't figure out a thing. So I'm trying to write this in ways that if I was to look back at this in like 2 months, I'd be like, oh yeah, I definitely know how to follow my own steps. I can figure everything out. Yeah, so I'm just trying to do this just so it's easy for you guys to kind of see how everything goes, because I like seeing what other people come up with, because I'm one person, and I can make a few mods for my own self, but honestly, seeing what other people do is way cooler. Alright, so now this is the part of the show where I break stuff by trying to add in new recipes into the game, which, if you watched last time on the cooking episode, it took me like 2 hours because I couldn't figure out things clearly, and it was also late at night. But this time around, I also have a much better idea of how to do things. So let's try this out. First, I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom. I'm going to copy that. Some cool fence will be the name of our new recipe. It's going to take. What do I want this to take as the object itself? I want you to take in. File, object information, weeds, but that's, maybe something else. What do I want you to have as the object information to take in? You know what, I'll just keep this simple for the sake of something. I'll say I want you to take in 13 wood. I'm just going to keep this the field, and I'm going to want you to output whatever the heck object 1, 2, 3 is, which should be object 1, 2, 3, ancient drum. Nah, I'm going to say a sea bream. Object 132. So 132, field, false. This will not be in the big craftables menu. And I'm going to guess this is learn somehow. Now, wooden fence. You start off with that. You start off with that. You start off with that. But however, I don't know how you're going to do the straw floors and everything. I don't know why chests are null. Like, that doesn't make sense. Anyway, so let's see what this does so far. Some cool fence. So let's save. Repackage.
No!
Shh. Sorry, just laughing at my sister playing some Wii right now. She's trying to play Harvest Moon, the processor to the Stardew Valley era, in my opinion. Oh yeah, maybe it is fiber, but oh well. So now that that's repackaged, I'm going to minimize that. Copy pasta that over again, just in case. Let's see if I'm gonna have it to begin with. Because if not, I don't know if there's a way to start out with recipes in your character's inventory. So let's load up my character real fast. If I have to, I'll make a temporary character. Crafting, campfire. Yep, doesn't look like I'm gonna start out with it. So I can do wood paths, cobblestone paths, gravel paths, chests, furnace, cherry bombs. Because I mean, these were from skills that I've learned. So I mean, I'm forging, farming, mining. So let's try making a new character real fast. New. Randomize you. Cool. Welcome to the team. I forgot to click the skip intro. Just gonna smack my skip key a couple times. Dude, I look sick. Like literally sick. It's kinda creepy. So I do not start off with that as a crafting recipe. My new crafting recipe, unfortunately, is not here. Friends create 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so campfires. How do you learn campfire? It's a null. So why are certain things null? Certain things are not null. Is it just as time goes on? But that would make sense. I mean, the chest is null, right? I start off with a chest. Let's try null real fast. Go back down. Go null. Save. Package. Copy. Overwrite. So null might be that my character might start out with it. So if so, I'm gonna have to make a new character. But let's just see real fast. Yeah, so let's try. Why is this not closing? Huh. So let's make a new character real fast. Randomize you. Cool. UIO. I totally forgot to click skip intro again. It looks like I do not have the recipes starting out. I know I had the same issue when I was doing cooking recipes, but I could still add them in, but I had to find different ways to earn them. So yeah, it's probably gonna have to be associated with skill level, which kinda sucks, but I mean, oh well. So let's go, what's an easy skill level to get? Farming 1. Some cool fence. Copy. Overwrite. Yeah, so let's try this. So overwrite that. I'll use my new character. Just slave them away with the farming. You glitched while loading. Cool. Crafting, right, good. So I don't have anything to get go. So, time to actually farm. Just have to clear a little area over here. So let's see how this pans out. 5. I mean, I wish I could find a way where the characters start off with some default recipes, but I have not figured out a way how that works just yet. I've tried a lot of different methods. So Could just be I'm overlooking something. Who knows? And this brings me back to the good old days, the beginning of your 15 parsnip seeds and nothing else to do except meet everyone. What's this? Oh, some random bug error thing. Splish, splash, parsnip seeds. See if I can throw the chat a little more, so that way I can see if you guys say something new. It's probably going to take a little bit of time before my farming levels up. And it's raining, of course. I mean, editing recipes so far is okay. I mean, if you look back at my cooking recipes episode, I actually am able to add in a bunch of new recipes via the kitchen. And so, you can craft anything through the kitchen. So it's not like adding new recipes is impossible. I just want to see if there's a way to add them via the craftables menu. So if you really want to, you could clutter up the entire kitchen with just all the custom recipes from the game. It just seems very counterintuitive having to craft everything through the kitchen. So it'd be cool to craft things on the get-go. Cool, now I can sell some stuff. See if I can go breeze and buy some new seeds. Just kind of repeat the cycle until I level up and see if I get my recipe. Because I don't think I typed anything wrong here. Some cool fence. And there's a space. 13, field 132, false, farming 1, string. It looks okay. It probably would throw an error at me if it didn't like that. World set time 800. So now we don't have to wait as long. Hello, bulletin board. I wish I could plow the ground right there. Depending on how much longer this takes, I might only be able to cover this section today, because I have some things I gotta take care of this afternoon. But I will continue doing this more this week. I'm definitely starting to get back into the feel of things. Really enjoy doing this modding stream. Just kind of seeing how things go. Alright, Bree. Give me all your parsnips. Give me the best parsnips you got in the store. Alright, back home I go. Yeah, adding new stuff in via XMB modding is a little more challenging than just editing already existing things, just because the game's just like, what are you doing? There we go. Hey! There we go. That's exactly what I needed, actually. Level 1 farming, +1 watering can proficiency, +1 hoe proficiency. New crafting recipe, scarecrow. New crafting recipe, basic fertilizer. New crafting recipe, some cool fins, which is just a fish. So, alright, cool. I'll print screen, because that would take a while to get back. And in our own custom recipe. Adding to the bottom of recipes.yml. Ah, nice. It's solid. And then let's explain this. This recipe will take 13 wood, give you a bream. Is it a bream? Object information. Yeah, a bream. Bream, which is a fish, not a fence, as the output. This recipe called some cool fence will take 13 wood, give you a bream, which is not a fence, which is a fish, not a fence, as the output. I probably should have renamed that different, but I don't really care right now as the outputs. And will be learned when your farming level reaches level 1. Let's test this out. Oops. Alt, print screen. Boom, done. There we go. I always forget that second C, no matter what I do. All right, perfect. So let's just double check. Crafting some cool fence. Alt print screen. There we go. Crafting, adding a recipe of Stardew Valley and have it stick to the menu. Perfect. Now, I'm wondering if there's a better way to get crafting recipes in this game, because just adding in things through skill levels doesn't seem very intuitive. But I think some of these are a little hard set, are a little hard coded. I mean, what would happen if? So let's load up my other character real fast. Because what would happen if you tried loading in a character that was already past that level? Because I think recipes are only rewarded upon leveling up. It doesn't actually do a check otherwise, which kinda would suck. See, because I don't have the crafting recipe. My skill level is a 1 in farming. Yeah, I don't get the recipe added into my crafting menu. We'll do a check. So the question is, will it check if I already complete everything? I like how there's just a bunch of rain for some reason. Heck, I don't even have my mod loaded for rain. No, I'll take that back. So I'm sure there's other ways to earn recipes. I mean, because I looked through the mail files a while back. Many of those had ways that you could get recipes from the villagers, but oh, I might not have time to cover that today. So for some reason my axe proficiency because my forging. So you get XP points per the items you ship, huh? Interesting, interesting. So what happens if I was just to spawn in a bunch of crops? So, crops, down. Let's break something. No, I don't want to eat the cauliflower. Time to commit. Something just happened. Huh. Must be when I pick stuff up. Oh, no, get out of the way. I don't want these spoilers. What's with my character wanting to eat stuff? I didn't ask for this. I like these colors of tulips, though. Very pretty. Now, can I just grab a sprinkler real fast because I'm lazy. Yeah. This is farming at its finest. Just all those good quality cheats. yeah, fun fact, you can't go to bed when you're holding something in your hands. What? What? Just to grab the wrong sprinkler. Oh, there's 24 adjacent tiles. Probably did not set these up how I thought they worked. Ooh, how so? Tell me. How is this horse reskin amazing? Because I actually have been wanting some new reskins for some of the animals, because animals are cool. Oh hey, you scared off one crow. Nice, thank you, Scarecrow. I definitely want some more animals reskins. I don't even have an animal in my game aside from my dog that I reskinned with a friend. Because reasons of why I'm putting down all these sprinklers. Nice! Aw, I personally love Pokemon. Definitely makes me happy to find out that you were able to do that though. Yeah. There's this type of chicken that I really want a reskin for. It's like a really fluffy type of chicken. I don't remember what it's called off the top of my head right now, but oh, if I could get that in my game. Fluffy chickens make me happy. All right, so let's see if my crops are being watered or not. It looks like it. If you can't overkill it, overkill it. So someone has the Silkies chickens. Oh, that's what they're called. Oh, all right. Well, I know what I'm gonna mod in later. I'm definitely gonna have me some Silkies because those things are freaking adorable. Oh, my inventory's full. Better get rid of some stuff. Chickens! Just put one too many sprinklers down. That one's still a little young. Alright, I'm definitely gonna check that out in a second. Definitely want to see some cute chickens. Open URL. What's the worst that could happen? Non-default repo. I'm pinning this. This is being pinned. Yes. We have to do tutorial on farm animals sooner than later now. Definitely want to finish up all the recipes and NPCs, just so that way that's out of the way. Level 2 farming, +1 watering can, stone fence, mayonnaise machine, sprinkler. So I think this methodology I can only get, you only have a one-time shot at that recipe, which kind of sucks. Alright, but now I know. So so if this is learning and this is a 2. Who knows? Some of these you might be able to buy, some of these you might be able to craft. So it's not as easy to add them to the crafting menu due to this, because with the cooking channel you can warp it around via a TV show, so you don't have to worry about that. Because if you go TV, because there's tip channel, interview show, and cooking channel. So the cooking channel will teach you the recipe, but there's no such wraparound for the crafting recipes, which kind of sucks. Because it made cooking recipes really easy to learn. Crafting recipes, not so much. I mean, you'd think you'd start off with this, and it looked like it, but this has to be associated with something somehow. I don't know. Oh well. I'll figure this out a different time for how to add in different recipes. So far we know that we can add in via a level up, but because I mean we can add recipes in via skill level ups, and we can add them in via cooking recipes. So I mean there could be workarounds around this, but it doesn't work too much. Well, hello there. Welcome to the stream, where we figure out how to break things via X and B modding, such as like right now. Anyway, let's do some documentation real fast. You're just in time for the not as fun part. Time for the documentation. So let's add this to the next page because I just have a weird habit of doing that. This is crafting recipes documentation. So let's take all this and simply explain what it does. Boom. Boom. Da-dum-dum. Oh, nice, yeah. I posted, because I mean on the forums I'm like Zippy, and so I couldn't change my name there due to the fact that years ago when I started playing Starbound, I didn't have this alias yet, and so I kind of have two names right now, which is kind of confusing, but I'm trying to keep the consistency. But yeah, I posted it and I was like, hey, I'm doing a stream thing, working on this documentation guide. It's all about the X and B modding, so I mean, you got everything here from, just go down to the table of contents. So you got anything from editing NPC dialogue, adding in crops, fishing, fruit trees, bundles, boots, mails. It's just a whole bunch of like how the X and B files work, so that way if anyone wants to add in anything to the game or edit anything that's already existing in the game in terms of like aesthetics or items, you can. Definitely is what I'm up to. Yeah, it's kind of it. I mean, it's a lot here. I can't show you everything because 82 pages thus far is a lot. But I mean, definitely take a look if you want to. I know there should be a link somewhere on the forums, but I guess I could also post it in the chat. Share. I'll just throw the shareable link so anyone who wants it right now can get it. So the short overview of Stardew Valley modding is you kind of got about three groups right now. You got the XMB modding group, you got the SM API, and you have Storm API. And so I'm in charge of the XMB modding, where I've been writing up this guide since day one, kind of explaining how to edit the XMB files with modding and everything. So far, XMB modding is nice because it's really straightforward. You kind of use some tools, kind of work around where you depackage a file to like a UML file, which is the same as a text file, which is just all of this information here. I figure out what these things means. All you guys have to do is just go in, change a couple numbers or like a value or two, and boom, something completely different. It's very simple, very straightforward. Definitely a good way to see how modding goes. Unfortunately, you can only have one XMB file of that type at the moment, so it's not very. So I mean, if you want to overwrite something, it's good. If you want to like overwrite some of the default value things within Stardew Valley. However, say someone wanted to have two different types of mods edited like fish, you can only have one at a time. So unless you were to like physically go in and like kind of make the changes yourself. Yeah, I mean, XMB modding is nice. I can do both coding and the XMB modding. I just like XMB modding because it's a lot funner. I can see immediate results much quicker without having to figure out what the heck's going on. SM API is kind of the next step above SM API is Stardew Valley a modding API, which is kind of the step above XMB modding. And so what that can do is it allows you to do various tweaks with coding and everything thus far. And so like I made a mod where I overwrote the weather system, so it does a random number generation based off some percent values. Yeah, so XMB modding is definitely all about like content itself and how it can change everything, where the APIs change the gameplay more so. So here with XMB modding, I can change like crafting recipes. I can change the aesthetics of things, such as like how NPCs look, how farm animals look. I can add in new crafting recipes. I can change how much damage a weapon does, just kind of stuff like that. It's very, very basic stuff. The APIs allow you to do anything such as, hey, I want it to rain tomorrow, or do random number generation for my raining. I personally wrote a couple different mods. One for one that I ported over from SM API to Storm that basically does a random number generation, and it allows it if it's like, oh hey, if this number is above the value you put in, it's going to rain tomorrow. If not, it's going to be sunny. And so just simple things like that, from controlling the weather to making time go by faster, to slowing time, to increasing your running speed. Yeah, and so another mod that I wrote is the build endurance and the build health mods. Those have it where as you kind of work through the game and play, kind of like if you ever played Rune Factory. If not, basically it's as you kind of worked on the farm, use your tools, sleep, eat food, you kind of gain pseudo experience points that weren't really, that were just handled by the mod. And it will allow you to kind of level up in a way where every time you leveled up, your max stamina would increase by a small value, or your max health would increase by a small value. So that way you wouldn't have to go looking around for all the star fruit and everything. So that's kind of the differences between the three different forms of modding. The APIs do all the gameplay mechanics. XMB modding's all the content. Very cool. Well, hello there. Welcome to the stream. Alright, so let's just finish up this documentation, and then I will probably have to get going since I have something to take care of this afternoon. So this is the name of the crafting recipe that is displayed in the game. That's pretty straightforward. Ingredient, object ID number. This is the item object ID number associated with the object information inside of content/data/object information dot x and b. I believe that should make sense at this point in the guide. Number of object needed, the amount of the previous object needed in order to craft the recipe. And then I'm going to put in some nice blue ink. Note that for every pair of ingredient, I'm just going to copy this. Ingredients. Thanks. Just going to smear this with some ink. And cool spelling, awesome. I feel like I should highlight this. No, not light green. That's a little too harsh. Do like a pale orange. Yes, yes, much better. And this one will be a... Ooh, don't like that color. And I'm just going to highlight these real fast, just so you can see the correlation between the two. Except I made that too bright. Isn't that awesome? There we go. And then this was the color right here. Probably made that too bright. So how I got into modding was, well, I guess the better background was years and years ago. Shoot, it's been like 6 years. I was back in the day when Flash games were the thing on the internet. I was just playing a game one day, and I was like, you know what, this is really fun. I'm really enjoying this. I'm like, I wonder if I could make something like this. So I just started looking up a bunch of tutorials and everything for how to do game programming, just basic things from character movement to having items and just kind of working with basic things. So I originally worked with like RPG Maker back in the day, just figuring some stuff out, just making small little game adventures. And so, I mean, just that kind of initial curiosity of, hey, how can I do this in a game, sort of just sparked my interest. Eventually, I ended up working on a few other little things. I ended up looking at Starbound when it first came out, and I did a little bit of modding with that. I had a utility that I worked on a little bit, but it never came to completion, unfortunately, just because Starbound was updating so quick that I couldn't keep up with all their changes. I still have it sitting somewhere on my hard drive. When I found out that Stardew Valley was coming out, I know months, maybe even a year or two before it was released, Concerned8 mentioned how he was going to add modding into the game, and I was like, man, I really want to get on that modding train like day one. And so I literally bought the game day one. I went home and I just looked up a bunch of tutorials for how to like go through the game's files and see if I could edit anything. I was just like, hey, there's a picture right here. I wonder if I just throw it in the MS Paint and just splash over it a little bit and then throw it back into the game if I'm going to see anything. And so I did. And so I saw a change there. And I'm like, wow, this is great. You know, I can change how this game looks already. And so it was just that initial curiosity of like, I wonder if I can do this. I wonder if I can do that. Can I add in a new crop? Can I change it where the NPCs say something super ridiculous? Can I have it where my character runs fast? And so it's just this initial curiosity of like, all right, I see everything this game lets me do. Now, what can I do with it? And so I was just really testing the limits, just that kind of initial curiosity with it. And so it got to the point where I realized I understood how to do this sort of thing because I'm a computer scientist and everything. Yeah, this game is super fun to mod. It's a lot easier than some of the other games that I've tried modding before, such as, Starbound's pretty straightforward. But I tried looking at the Skyrim mods one time. Whew, definitely not as easy as this. But yeah, so I realized because I'm a computer scientist, I'm also a computer game programmer. But I was like, hey, I kind of have a thing for this. I really like doing this, and I was like, I'm sure other people are going to have a hard time with this. So I just decided to write down what I discovered with modding because I was like, hey, first off, if I ever want to make something in the future, I should probably write it down so that way I can figure it out later on. And so I was like, hey, I have a little bit of information on my hands. I'm like, let's just post it to the community and see kind of where they go from this. And so it's been a lot of fun so far. I only just recently started the streaming thing, probably around the mail. No, I did the streaming thing starting with the boots section. So everything kind of prior to that, I did kind of solo. And then just like one Saturday, I was like, hey, I wonder what would happen if I streamed this, just kind of see if anyone was interested. And it was pretty fun. I like it so far. I've gotten a lot of different things figured out. I've had a lot of fun just kind of chatting with everyone, and I'm just kind of taking it from here. It's definitely one of those things where you just got to ask yourself, can I do this? And then you got to look into, now, this is what I want to do. How can I get to where I want to be? So it's kind of like you set the end goal, and you kind of draw your little mental map for what you want to do. So, sometimes I'm just like, all right, I want this feature. I want it to rain every Sunday. And so I'm just like, all right, what do I need to know in order to make it so the game will rain every Sunday in game? And so I just kind of dig through the files a little bit. I look through some of the code. I kind of think about it. I kind of write like a rough sketch on paper that's not even like code oriented. I'm like, all right, I need to be this and this. So I need to do something like, oh, I need to check the date. I need to check, I need to set the weather if this date is true, sort of thing. Just simple stuff like that. It's really fun. Ooh. So now if I have a pair of, oops, we're going to take away this highlighting. Repair button. Yes, that.
Oh man.
Just finish this up real fast.
It's going to take forever in a data harvest.
Pair of ingredients. Requirements. We didn't notice any difference there. Output ID. This is the object ID of the output as associated with object information.xmb. This if the next value is false, otherwise it is the ID number associated big craftables. True / false. This is important if the this is important. True means that the object ID number is an big information.xmb. If it is false, the object ID is associated with object information.xmb. This is how the recipe is learned. -L0 couldn't figure out how this worked for the time being. And then I'm going to say skill and skill level. Skill name, skill level. Skill. And that's it, I believe. Oh, changing maps, nice. Yeah, definitely. This game is definitely one of those things where it's like, I love working with it. It's so much fun just kind of editing all the information, just kind of figuring out how things work. Just kind of just tinkering around with everything. It's super like addicting. Like just some of the things I figured out, like, okay, because this is, I think I finished this off. Yep. I don't like how that's formatted, but perfect. Now, let's go back to crafting recipes. Yes. Yep. Pretty much some small things to figure out. So, and that covers crafting recipes. Only took roughly like 2 hours, just mostly me derping around, figuring some stuff out. It's another thing that I don't have to worry about in the future. Definitely had some fun with this though. I mean, just kind of adding in new things. Because I mean, it adds in so many more possibilities too. Because like with cooking recipes, I was really happy when I could figure out I could add in new things. Because it means you could, once I cover object information, it means we could pretty much add in custom items to the game, which would be super cool. But I'll have to tackle that another day. Definitely that episode would take a lot of time because object information is kind of large. ASTF. Yeah, I can't even figure out some of this. I mean, it's probably name, sell price, something, category, description. Heck, that doesn't even seem that hard. But then you get like here, and it's just like, why? What do all these zeros mean? Lucky lunch. It's probably buffs actually. Complete breakfast. All part of a complete breakfast. Anyway, enough of this. That covers crafting recipes for today. I don't really have enough time to do another section, unfortunately. Hopefully next time I'll be able to do that. And that'll probably be, I don't know if I'll have time tonight, but because I might get back late. But I'll probably try tackling it tomorrow if I can. Let's go with changelog real fast. Yeah, I think that pretty much covers the episode for today. I'm going to try uploading some of the archived videos to my YouTube in case you guys haven't seen them yet, because Twitch only allows you to keep things for up to 2 weeks. So that way you guys can keep watching all the videos even after they expire. Gonna do the lazy thing, copy. Okay, you're gonna be a pain. Cool. Just paste that. It's the 21st, not the 121st. 21st. It's 12:32. Yeah, it's PM. Added in crafting recipes section to the guide. Works similarly to cooking recipes. Man, 2 hours and only for that. But you know, it's a good start. Gotta start somewhere. Crafting recipes. This is IV. Yes, IV. So that's 14. Yep, it's added in there. So it's all there. So I mean, feel free to check out this guide so far if you haven't. I mean, there's a lot of information on it, and then more to come in the future. There's definitely a lot of things I want to tackle. Because this is just basic XMB modding, but I haven't even done anything cool like adding new maps, farm animals. Eventually, I want to try tackling NPCs to see if I could add in a new NPC, but I feel like that might be something I do with the APIs, which I will cover eventually as well as part of the stream. This guide's so long, I think I might have to. I don't know if I should split up this guide in 2 parts. Like keep one document separate for XMB modding and then another document separate for the API modding. I don't know, because I feel like everything can get. I feel like this could get really long. Because I'm already at 83 pages and I still have some sections to go, like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 13, 16. So I still have like 16 sections to go. I've only covered 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I mean, this could easily get up to 200 pages. So I might have to split this, but we'll see how that goes. Anyway, I gotta get going. I got some stuff to take care of this afternoon. It's been fun, everyone. I hope you had a good time just kind of watching, and hopefully this is at least decently helpful. Just gonna do this so that way people know. Alright, this is Alpha Megasis signing off.